Last week I started cleaning up my plant stand, and I'm doing it in 10-minute segments just to make it easier and be consistent with getting it done. So I did these top two shelves. There's still work to do on these, but I actually want to get things cleaned up more on the lower shelves before I go back and do some of the repotting. So today I'm going to be working on this middle section, and you can see I do still have a bunch of kind of coleus and then just some random things that aren't doing so hot. So I am going to start by cleaning those up and then going through some of the plants and removing dead leaves or rearranging them, just moving the pots. There's a few things that have died that need to be moved out. So I'm going to show you what that looks like, although you don't have to watch it in real time. All right, so I've spent about 5 minutes getting this all cleaned up. There's still, as you can see, like this one back here, it needs to be repotted. I will probably cut it right here and see if the stem grows, and then chop this up into a few pieces and plant it as cuttings. I got rid of some coleus seeds that I planted. I still have a couple coleus that are growing, so I'm just gonna leave them as long as they continue to grow. And then over here, most of this looked pretty good. I did have a few things that needed leaves removed, so I've taken those off. And again, one more coleus that has survived my inconsistent watering. But there are a couple things in here that will eventually need to be repotted. This little guy I need to actually take out and see how to revive it. But that shelf is looking pretty good, so I'm gonna move on to the bottom shelf. So that shelf, or those two shelves, ended up only taking about 2 minutes. So I have 3 minutes left, and everything is looking pretty good. The big thing now is I have a lot of stuff that I just need to repot or do individual maintenance on. And then I also have a whole bunch of just mess over here from things I've cleaned up. So at some point I'm gonna go through and scrub all these pots, get those cleaned up. I have this arrangement that needs to be replanted, as does that one. And then I have a whole bunch of these dinosaur back cactus cuttings that need to be planted at some point. So I'm actually gonna call it good for now, but then my next 10-minute segments are all gonna be repotting. So my current plan is that I'm gonna go through one shelf at a time, and I'm gonna make a little potting station over here so that it's really easy for me to just bring a plant over, repot it, and then put it back. And some of them will need to be split into other pots or put into a different one. So I think I'm gonna prep all of these pots first. So as I say that, I'll probably spend the rest of my 3 minutes scrubbing a few of those pots off. But as you can see, there's also all of these succulents that need to be replanted too. So that's gonna be the next big step. But again, I'm gonna do it in these 10-minute chunks to make it doable and just consistently work on it every couple of days.